And this is why peace is such a big deal for Paul. In fact, when he writes, "Let the peace of Christ rule in your hearts," the word rule is a Greek word that means to arbitrate. It was a legal word used to describe a judge's ruling in court. In other words, Paul is saying God has made his decision. He's given his ruling, and his ruling is this, that the peace of Christ is to rule in our hearts, to reign over our relationships. Again, not our differences or divisions, not our politics or our opinions, but the peace of Christ. That's the thing between us. Listen, it's been said ad nauseum at this point that our nation is as divided and polarized as it's been since the Civil War. The cultural tides seem to be pulling us further apart from one another and entrenching us more and more firmly in our various socio-political camps. But Christians are called to rise above these differences. And I know this is difficult. I know it's challenging. It probably seems next to impossible if we're being really honest. You think about like that uncle or that aunt or that mom or dad or that son or daughter that you just can't seem to agree with when it comes to politics or social issues, and to think that you could actually be one again, united again, literally sounds impossible. But this is our calling as followers of Jesus. And the way toward living out this call to peace is actually simple. It's not easy, but it is simple. Paul writes in verses 16 and 17. First, he says, "Let the message of Christ dwell among you richly as you teach." We do this by diving deep into the scriptures together. The Bible isn't so much something we read as it is something that reads us. And in this way, as we immerse ourselves in the Word, we find ourselves changed. Scott McKnight says that God did not give us the Bible so we could master Him or it. God gave the Bible so we could live it, so we could be mastered by it. And then Paul continues and he says, "Admonish one another with all wisdom through psalms, hymns, and songs from the Spirit, singing to God with gratitude in your hearts." This is about the worshiping life of the church. As we discussed in the last session, church is not just one of a variety of weekend options. It's not just a 75-minute gathering you attend when it's convenient. The church is the body of Christ, His people, gathered and bound up as one.